Today I am reviewing the off-Broadway play The Counter, written by Meghan Kennedy, directed by David Cromer, and running through November 17th at Roundabouts at Laura Pell's Theater at the Harold and Miriam Steinberg Center for Theater at 111 West 46th Street in New York City. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and visit my Patreon page where you can, for as little as $1 a month, support my work here on this channel, as well as my classic cinema podcast, Yesterday's Matinee. Patrons will have early access to the latest episode, Anti-Mame. As a patron, you also get access to retro reviews like my 2019 review of the Broadway revival of Oklahoma that just got posted. There are also other little items that pop up for your enjoyment from time to time. Thank you to my current patrons for your support, especially my Neo and Hamilton tier patrons, and welcome to the new ones. A link will be in the description. In a small cafe, or diner if you may, in upstate New York, way upstate New York, Paul, played by Anthony Edwards, comes in 6 days a week first thing in the morning for his cup of coffee. Serving him is Katie, played by Susannah Flood. This has been a routine for the two of them for a few years now, and a certain degree of familiarity has grown between them. Paul, who feels all surprise that was in his life has since passed, bestows responsibility upon Katie to drip a few drops of a deadly toxin he gives her into his coffee, killing him from what would appear to be an apparent heart attack. The idea would be that she wouldn't tell him when she does it so that he can have one last surprise in his life and not die a slow, miserable death like so many other people his age or older have. Thus is laid the premise of Meghan Kennedy's darkly humorous story. Katie could easily dispose of the dropper and vial that Paul gives her, but she pockets it. Does she secretly wish to maybe do him that favor? He seems miserable enough that she may give in to the idea of a mercy killing. But Paul's proposal is only the impetus of the drama. Katie doesn't have too much going for her in her own life, as she fled a relationship in New York City with the man she was seeing, leaving over 20 voicemails on her phone, and has come to this small hamlet where she runs the morning shift at the diner. She does her best to engage with Paul and help him find some more surprises in life, and the two go on a journey of self-discovery without ever leaving the restaurant. The Counter has a little more brightness to it than its spiritual cousin, Adam Rapp's The Sound Inside, which ran on Broadway in 2019, featuring similar themes about the morality of assisted suicide, a theme that returns again in Jez Butterworth's The Hills of California, which I have seen, and the review is forthcoming. This is a serious thing to discuss. The value of life and one's happiness and health are all things that we deal with and measure within our own moral definition. It may be offensive to some and comforting to others. I think this is where audiences may end up splitting on The Counter, especially considering its lighter tone, as Kennedy's language infuses serious discussions about life and death and the sanctity of life with a slightly sardonic wit that has the audience chuckling despite itself. I personally found the play, without spoiling anything about the ending, hopeful. Kennedy connects two people who have little left in their lives and helps them bond together unlike any other relationship they've ever had. The cast is great. Anthony is much better here than when I saw him in Prayer for the French Republic. I think the character of Paul has more for him to work with. Susannah Flood is also excellent. She has a beautifully tragic monologue about her suffering from endometriosis. There is a brief appearance by Amy Warren, who plays Peg, who is Katie's doctor and also has had a fling with Paul a few years back. She isn't on stage for long. The play is only 75 minutes as it is, but her character is pivotal for both Katie and Paul, and she dedicates herself fully to Peg's purpose. I love Walter Spangler's set design and David Cromer's staging of the play. Instead of being a flat stage, the diner is rotated a full 45 degrees, so we nearly never have to have one of the actors upstaging the other, giving full visual access to the audience of what's going on. The worn-down, beaten-aged quality of the diner is perfect, and Sarah Laux' costume design matches the beaten-up quality of the people to match the environment. Plays of this nature aren't going to be for everyone. Suicide is a touchy subject, especially when it's assisted, and people may not warm up to Meghan Kennedy's biting humor that colors it. I, though, think there's a healthy narrative of growing in hope here. Though it is funny at times, there is a sensitivity that works and warms the play. But I am only one man's opinion, so be sure to leave yours in the comments below. If you'd like to see The Counter, I'll leave a link in the description where you can get tickets. Also in the description is a link to my Patreon page and my social media. Please visit there if you'd like to support my channel. You can also support me by liking and sharing this video, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the notification bell to be alerted to future reviews. My next review will be the new Broadway play, McNeil. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the theater.